Ndizi TV Obwansu Bwomogusi.
Mano mwanchi omuliro Ndizi TV nabwo bwansu bwomogusi no kwena kwaneri tukore ondigenderete ko bari toero kegima na muno no genderete kwegokya asokubwati emirobero yonsi ya Ndizi TV ekrorire ritko rya Jumanne tariki 15 cyomutienyi ogatano narimo omwaka no wechi Ibere na meronko Ibere nene namanga genderete gokorekana imeyense ya Kenya nenekero torora segekege tambe abakenya bagenderete kwemurunganire igoro yo finance bill asbagenderete kubolya bachumbe kwene kyabuna tibari go wetia omoswado yo bwechibesa asekorende ritkorya rero abachumbe baba kumerana n'umurayibense Dr. William Samuiruto nago kwanira igoro yali abwenerete gukorekana ase finance bill ase baikero ko igwana nago kora egati ya monchorero chinga kibono omoswado yo urengete gwikirani wabo syo bwebunke omubaso orero eryo gochya korigererwa nabo igo ko igetambukiro kibonete gose ngo chiore weti wabo se nigo ogocha gokanwa n'abachumbe korwase ebunke enene cyaragire Chinsa Isano nebere cyabona mubaso chinga kingo kwariganya SMS Amayia eri onkumanyibuna naraya na kwariganire asenchera ere yobwenge gendera gotonyora sensemo ya Facebook wetra Ndizi TV News Digital asensemo ya YouTube gotonyora wetra Ndizi TV News na bagase website yeto na gotonyora wetra www.ndizitv.net eri otogendere gusanga subwamo. Teriane Everlyne Osero sara mumanyinero kwene kya chibichaniri ogicha wikera senchya benango kwarigani tobe togosanga gwika omwerio Amayia Chinsa Isano nebira senchya yo bwenge tokoya chaka senchya ya bene awase abachumbe ritkurya rero gosemambya rero babakumirana n'umurayibense Dr. William Samuiruto ase enyumba yo ya State House mu Nairobi eriko kwanira amangana ayarengete omuswada bwechibesa gose finance bill yo mwaka 2024 nigo korengana noroboti orubaba kubwatoka baba kwene kyabuna egati ya moncherero abereka gokorekana ase finance bill yo magega yo gotegerera ebirengerero kurwa 7 asentre ya moyo kwene kyabuna abananchi babere bago keanirwa egurube egati ya moncherero ibate babere baga gokorekana ase finance bill yo gati yabo no korusiwa kwe chibesa gose taxi asensemo yo mugati asensemo yo bosombi na boigo esukari asekere boigo bate na moncherero abereka gokorekana ase oko chibe asoko na cha chibesa chikerengo kiguro achinga kyo muntu agotoma chibesa wetra senchera yesimi bayigas babarata na gose chibesa chiri achiyarengete gochya konachwa ase umuroberio bwechiga gosase chiga okubugori bwechigari nigo bayigo yabe icyabere chikorusiwa egati ya ndamangeti atwara watyoro arwabaro gosomwa bene nabachumbe gakorawa na kimani kurya oyore omubunke omolo constituency.
We are all in agreement that there are two things that we must do. One of them is that we need to protect Kenyans from increased cost of living, and therefore the proposed 16% VAT on bread has been dropped. To support again on reducing the cost of living, we are doing something about vegetable oil so that we do not make it expensive for Kenyans. Transfer of mobile services is a key concern to many Kenyans, and therefore again we have proposed that we do not have any increase on taxation or mobile phone transfer. We have seen in the recent past the proposals that we've made on statutory deductions on SHIF and housing levy has added a loan on especially on salaried Kenyans, and therefore we have proposed that those statutory deductions now be allowable to pay, so they will not pay an additional pay on those. We all agree that environment conservation is a key concern. The fact that we've had a drought and a few months of floods and our drainage clogs, we have agreed that we need to make a good decision about how to protect our environment. And that is what the wisdom on the introduction of eco-levy. However, imposing this on locally manufactured goods would again increase the cost of those locally manufactured.
Manchu murigiribano ayo negati ya Mount Radio ayo committee yechibesa sebunge abage gukwanira ali abereka korekana ase finance bill chinga ke finance bill yego cyagwe kiwabo syo bwebunge eriyo korigererwa toska bosyo nigo nonyana abakenya bagenderete gusanga ebirengerere byabo asabange babagenderete gutanchirana ne finance bill yo ase baruro kuborewo cyase abachumbe kweneke abunati bari go cyagwetia umuswado yo niga bamenyi ko rwa sebunge ya sensemo ya Riobonyo imeya magene bunge abumachoge bora bwe county ya Kisii baruro kubore ko cyase omochumbe gosaba chumbe kurasorongo rwagusi anene omubunge bwenseme yo Obadia barongo kweneke unatari go cyogwetia umuswado yo asikere batabuna nigo abanke bagenderete go cyandika kegima naigo ebinte binke osamangana manke ayo bekiraso umuswado yo nigaraciye ko bamentera egurube nakubaretera amakongo
saba ababunge baitu mono sana yo minto derivation abatia barang akiare ngeli gente kyo to majorita chiko to igerera
finance bill ndo jenga kegweta no jenga na bakungu baite to raje to batome bano chi sobo sengenje finance bill ne mpe mono igongo sabo mupungo no korongo badia na akirete kura no baremu akane finance bill asengenje finance bill ya akane na kiro monto igona eren como sabakane finance bill
jenga teba abagambe baminto tuachorete batokore mirimo ebinto binde mbire baikire bono batagete kobetereria gokora tutanyare guanjirana ndokunyara guanjirana go abantu bairwa bateba yaya etigento gete baguchibesa babeke meguko abantu abande batabuati ngai bagochia abantu abane batanganire batotindekire abakenga itogo chia bagambi aba gakitokonye na ndoje kubakira chikoro 2027 muna mogo etiegente
una intu abagusi twabeire toko stoka mono sana ase finance bill yabeire na ekwetiwa nore paje dia somo tunaone ya tusuko sete lakini this finance bill ndonye target mono president ya ito we fought for you erindora abantu abareu batabu adikende
mwanchi muri ibano inyora yonsi ni gakorekana chinga kyabo bisobo burendi bagenderete gotinya oburendi ase chinsemo ao anene asobogatagatati bwomochi o Nairobi na bayigoske ya magacho yebunge chinga kitwara n'abananchi nigo bakora bakora okorobekana nase imeyo mochi Nairobi asikire bakwe murunganeria finance bill yega asinonya nabo egati babere bakubekwa byara n'abanyanyimbo togotigana nayo nigo abamenye ko rwase kenyoro abomero gayo gotoka rigo mass sublocation ase ensemo usase sublocation ya mbada ebunke egwodi ya marani ebunke ya Kitutu cha Cheno the county ya Kisii babere bakwe murunganeria obokoreri obobeko rwase serikali ya county ya Kisii anene ko rwase omwMC bwenseme yo korengana baraboni go batabna enyagetari yaberege kwa gacho senseme yo enyagetari ya rigo ma dispensary nigo yaberege kwa gacho use chagete kwa gachwa kuri mwaka Ibere na 14 korende go ikabono nigyo etanya kwera bono nigo bakumochi yebwenseme yo asobo gotabaikiraneria amagendero asbaruro kubore uchaso mugavana we county ya Kisii Paul Simbarati goswagati na kubakonya erinyagetari yo ebege korosi wako baruroberia obokoreri bububwenya asibo igo basabire egati amagendero ndamange kwikiraniwa asenseme yo
enyagetari yetu achagete proposal 1996 tukachaka kunyaga ikaba accepted ikachaka kwa gachu 1914 wakabono iga ya kirire miaka 10 ya eri wone enyagetari yekwa metemete gemerete ime kiregente kemerete bantu bakurwara twana kubogori
kambio mintarati twagachire nyagetari yatu chandire iko tukubana twagwa na machiri goma nduri kunyara go nyagetari kunande gabana gagandwarete nyagetari te yang mariogo taije karango choika iranda na erire abane gatubwate bagusunguka matobe taraja ntubwati para bonna batu chandike te igo mugaga
ando mbachi no mukoliye gasi engiya nyoreka twakire senka yaye amaenda go tuwera kambio twa misini oto ikumi yaito twara otugurro mochere twako lakini asa magendraro ese kintu bwate ama ino cherigo matoka osinerigo marie anche tamaina aba miruga toko machikure chonspi nyakisa itoko machikure chonspi nyansa go gendo neme ebikone ago tebani nyagitari ere kaseteti nigegitire buya ebwata abanyagitari bakore gasi buya lakini bembeo bamito Mr. Simba arati Simba numata mangana no mogose gaki
meli nto bwata bokongu mbali mbali osakolige para na chirega chipara nchiri goeteka egente gitangani twa bwata gosemerie twa bwata gosemerie tonyore nyagitari na into twanyora ya marioga nga twarwari bu twabwena ilinde togende mugondo togaburugere bimeri bito getorebia lakini bono yaikire ngaki yabeira kuruna yagarose tibwe osakorigere bono iga yaanzire kugwa emete ya merire ime bono na into tosinyire na bo ekenege ento gie sirikali gosenege ento kendeke omonta arose tiagi society
Togotigana nayo nigo munyausola yote yoromo na chebina kurwase ekigambiro gya kisi aberi gakora umuroberio bw'amasabo yo kumunyora umuna chebina Monica Kivuti oyobete gakora swa ase ekigambiro kya Makadara achitariki 14 cy'umutinyo ga ogatano narimo imeye county ya Nairobi ase babere bakumurera Kivuti ase oyobete gakora swa nako sirebo gimabwa yachinga ki agenderete konyora obowenia ase enyagitari.
You can start. Good afternoon. Today we have congregated here at the DC law courts, just as other courts throughout the country are, to remember and commemorate the life of our dear Honorable Monica Kivuti, who served as a principal magistrate in the Makadara Law Court. Through an unfortunate incident that happened on the 13th of June this year, she was shot and she succumbed to the injuries that she sustained, leading to her death. This is an extremely unfortunate incident that happened while she was dispensing justice. It is in fact an abominable act that should not be condoned by Kenyans and should be condemned in the strongest terms possible. In the preamble to the Constitution, Kenyans aspire that they would live in a society guided by the rule of law. In Article 159 of the Constitution, Kenyans
ase chinga kyechiboigo nigo ekigambiro kya molo kyaberege kora umuroberio bwoko bw'amasabo yo kumuinyora Kivuti muroberio nonyana bokora ono munachebina omonene Justice Mother Kome asabange babere bakumurera Monica Kivuti na otanigo airwete kegima asobokorerio buya asensemo yekigambiro kya Makadara.
My sister Monica, you demonstrated such diligence and commitment to duty. It is very difficult for me to think that we will not have someone to look to for opening prayers and closing prayers during our gatherings, because that's who you are. You are a woman of faith, and the entire Makadara fraternity rode on that faith that you had. It's hard for me to imagine how we will miss your thoughtful counsel and the firm positions that you took on matters that were at hand, not afraid to express your view even when it conflicted with what all the rest of us had. I knew your commitment to both family at home, and I knew that especially when you had to travel to your sister's wedding and wondering how it was going to be and how the family was going to be, how the little girl was going to cope. I also know that you had a commitment to your professional family here at Makadara, and I say that without fear of contradiction because, as you have had my friends say here, all those things are true. I know the pain that you have left among us as JOs here, judicial officers. Your triplets, court number 10 and 11, and all the rest of us individual officers. I also know the place that you had in the hearts of the members of staff, and surely you have left a gap that cannot be filled. As your head of station, I knew I had a pillar and I knew I had a dependable team player. You are a team player.
Abara ibech kansa korwa se chinsemo aoni go bakwaneire egatie mechando yaba Kenya bagendrete weterana boigo abakolimeremo imeyense ya Kenya kurengana bara yaboni go abakolimerema banke bagwetera chingongo kubwatikana no wakanwa kwemesare mekena boigo konachwa kwebanko yekerengo kegoro ekyoge kwirera abange go taigenderia no nyana abanke go sinywa wakana amadeni nigo bona bakomochia umuriki wekeombe ky'abakolimeremo imeyense ya Kenya Kotu Francis Atwoli ase ogo tarigereria gose kwegerera amakongu y'abakolimeremo ase bamuganiriye abeka wetiya emeremo na korori bageri ogo cyase onde otagete gose obwateri raseri bagarigi yari yokorwa obokoreri borobya go cyase abakolimeremo imeyense ya Kenya.
The net pay that is received by the workers is less than the money being taxed. And those same workers borrowed big loans to buy farm and to build homes in those farms. They are unable to service the loans they borrowed because of the taxes they are being deducted. And these taxes are being deducted against their will. They were not consulted and they did not give any permission. In fact, all workers are supposed to blame the Kotu Secretary General, Francis Atwoli, who is the representative of the workers in Kenya. And he has not done anything to help the workers. He's supposed to defend the workers, to protect the workers, and to fight for their infringed rights. But he has not done anything. In fact, today, he's more of a politician than a trade unionist. And I call upon the Secretary General of Kotu, Mr. Francis Atwoli, to resign to pave way for someone capable to represent the workers because they are suffering. Most of them have called me. I've talked to some of them, and they have told me that they even better leave work and join other places, or even go to the farms and plow because the money they are getting is nothing to them today. They prefer that they get the taxes collected and surrender the net pay they are getting to the government. So I think everybody now understands the suffering of the workers. I think I have got a statement that I'm going to release to the press here, which you're going to read, and probably you can put it in the press. Otherwise, I think the Parliament of Kenya and President William Ruto are doing harm to the workers and to the people of Kenya.
Mwanchi umulitukulia mangana yechigosori niga mameranio ya matera yechiskuru agendrete okorekana nene kaunti ya Kisii ayabereka okorekana ase eskuru ya Moihaige susu nigo umuriki ase kiombekio gose amuriki o Kenya Music Festival me kaunti ya Kisii Fred Ogari aberega ko gago togia bali babere bako bwatana ase amameranio yo ase mana rulo kubore go cyase aboro kyabanene bechikuru kwenekia bunangusira bare amangana ya matera ase chiskuru.
Samaria dankoro ku Mwalimu Fred Ogari. Mwalimu Fred Ogari no muliki we KMF Kenya Music Festival Kisii County. Inche nkuli ndomo secretary ase amangana yo muziki ase Kisii engima. Karato kwana igo ya ku primary, junior secondary na baka secondary. Njendo mulikyoba bono rero kurugoro tole Moige Susu High School twawate festival yaito mwaka oyo and na wotete wakera principal chief principal Susu High School aso wanje ko host kyara kurugora abana baito na wabenjo teach facility kireme gaiga ande support yatoete na watoete rooms Chinsa inikire gintu tutagitotoire na abana na baromba enda tukwegokia ande na wanda etogwakira ababisa baito be ministry kyara bonse no baringe gaigoro caption na kesha no baringa igora soko igora muyobo yo chagite igoro na kurugora twakorire birasi binge sana ande rere binde mbigenderete ntogenderera bakari tukuri aramis na litorakore amangana ya matera yonse ko mugaya mangana ya matero abamtora wanda etako batebinga agerira abantu abange bachirare kuna wana umwaka oyo etete murayo ito bwense president yaito honorable William Ruto na ete abari mu bandi promotion go etera mangana ya matera ya agerira abandi baito twanyarire konyawali birogo asoko sukirwa etera matero nakegara toka tebanga tigato nache talent ikitu cyabana ekyana barabugo cyumutu abaranyora se bakobera go etera mangana yo musiki otherwise na wando chenga mbiya toga nderete kene gyo yasarekire andere to ko encourage bari school kiri kigo cyangwa amayaga samana ya matero kamoranje ka abana ribaga
ayo mnaenda mango mwancho muliri bano tumirane chikoraga Chinsa ikomiyeri nende nkomanya senchera ere yobengendera tunyora sensemo ya Facebook wetra Ndizi TV News Digital asensemo ya YouTube tunyora wetra Ndizi TV News na begase website ito wetra www.ndizitv.net eryo togendere gusanga asobwamo iretriane Everlyne Osero urione kyachibichane ryo gichawe kera senchera yabene nigakoro kwa Sara Mumanyi kukuganeria obodigerero bya semero bere kubwatya nabo igo umubaso oromotoyereru